We're back at it with the annual Elijah Craig Bourbon Battle.
I think Sea Batch is one every year.
I think you're right.
I think Sea Batch is going to win this year.
I think you're probably right. But we'll see how it goes.
Let's dive into it.
Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I'm David.
And I'm Zach.
And today we are going to have a little bourbon battle.
I just want to state, aren't these heavy pours awesome?
I wouldn't know. I see one heavy pour, but the rest of them, I'm not quite sure what's in
Nah, it's all about the same.
Is it?
Yeah. All right, so for everybody who doesn't know, we try to do this at
These
the
are
end.
dark.
We try to do this every year where we do a line to see which Elijah Craig is the best. Like I said before, I think Sea Batch has always won.
I think it has.
I don't know if it's ever not won. Somebody in the comments who probably watches this a lot can probably remember that better than me. I have a hard time remembering what I did yesterday.
Me too.
I'm surprised you remember how to get here.
Yeah. Well, it's been a while.
But anyways, so we won't go too much into these. If you all want to see the reviews, I will put them in the description below.
Yeah.
So you all can go check them out and hear our thoughts about it and everything else. Also, put in the comments below what has been your all's favorite Elijah Craig barrel proof so far this year, and or what's your favorite Heaven Hill product you've had all year. If it's a pick, if it's the Old Fitz 13, or whatever it is.
I mean, it's the Old Fitz 13.
It is, but you know,
and then
not everybody.
And then follow closely behind. I mean, again, man, we talk about Heaven Hill all the time. They've had a good year.
They've had a really good year
because 18 has become sneakily really good.
I know.
The Parker's is really good.
It is.
All right. That has that Heaven Hill funk on the front end.
But in a weird way, there's an Old Forester fruity kind of note to it.
You put Old Forester in here?
No.
Just to fool me?
No.
Okay.
Should have. It would have been hilarious. 4 Glens, 3 bottles out here. I don't hate that at all.
That kind of has a little bubblegum taste on the front of it.
That definitely does not drink like the nose, though.
No.
That is definitely all Heaven Hill profile, for sure. Not bad.
No.
Just like a little bit of like that fruitiness of like, almost like a birthday bourbon kind of reminds me of it. It's not birthday bourbon. Just kind of reminds me of it.
It's probably better than birthday bourbon.
Well, you know, apparently a lot of people like this year's birthday except for us.
Yeah, it's okay. We had a comment in somewhere and I was like, listen, everybody's wrong sometimes.
I just hold it to the standard of 19 and 21.
Yeah. That's probably true.
If you're going to come out and do bangers like that, if you've shown that you can do bangers
now,
like
see,
that,
this one smells like bubblegum.
I don't know if I smell that.
Yep, little bazooka bubblegum in there.
Smells good, though.
The other one tasted like bubblegum.
It's going to be... Oh, no. Okay, hold on. All right, there is a little bit. Okay. I'm following you now. There's a little bit of bubblegum there. Also, a very rich chocolate brownie.
Yeah, I can get that too.
With some powdered sugar.
This has like a good spice on the front end of it. I actually like this one. I don't know what that one is. It has like a kind of a spice on the front end, and then like I hate to say this, but it's a little bubblegum on the back end of it.
I don't get the bubblegum. No, I do agree though. That one's a lot of spice.
Yeah,
spicy. That's good though.
It's not dark at all though. Like it's spicy, but
that one has so much more oak influence than the first one.
I think you're right. This one almost is as dark as oil.
You're gonna have a comment the entire time about those Glens, aren't you?
Yep.
I'm gonna send the wrong people after you.
Till I'm part of the KBV. then I'll hush.
Yeah.
Then they'll put a gag order on me.
That's why you can't be a part of it.
Yeah.
You can't stay hush.
That might be true. I do have a big mouth.
He ain't. Look, should see what he posts in our Patreon. Telling all the secrets how to win a Pappy 23 and the Total Wine Laundry. Okay, this one is very, very, very fruity, but not like the Old Forester fruity way I was saying earlier.
Mm-hmm.
This one's very fruity though. Strawberries, dark cherries.
Man, that's interesting.
That one's really good too. They're
all
really good.
This is a good year.
Yeah, honestly, outside of one of these, I feel like being like the absolute banger that last year's Sea Batch was. I feel like this is like all three of these are really, really good.
They're solid.
To great. And like I feel like overall this is probably like the best overall year.
I like coming back to these two because the A and B, I didn't feel like I was like overwhelmed with like good feelings about the A and B.
I agree.
But all of these have certain qualities to them that I like.
Yeah, I agree. There's some subtle differences. Like I feel like you're drinking Heaven Hill, but I think there's some subtle differences in these.
Yeah.
So
I want to cleanse this really good and give everything its.
Oh, you want to go back? I can already pick my order.
I want to go back.
Okay, do it.
I just feel like I want to go back just to.
So, trying all these though, like I'm sitting here thinking, I guess it's probably back in 2020 or 2019, to where I think probably overall Light Strike Barrel Proof has been that good.
Yeah.
Why are you randomly grabbing one?
I'm just looking.
Oh.
I'm looking at proofs. I'm interested in the proofs.
Oh, fair enough. And actually, really good question. I think they're all under 12 years old this year, aren't they? Yeah, they're all like close to 11. Yeah. 11 years old. 10 months, 9 years on the A batch, and then the rest of them are either 11 years or 11 years, 2 months. Yeah, this is. I get
this middle one is still really like spice forward. Mm.
I'm sitting here trying to think. You know what's also crazy? We're sitting here drinking all of this right now. We've had all three of these. I'm going through my mind where we have to go through and do other bourbon battles of stuff. You know something we're not going to end up doing a bourbon battle of this year?
What?
Stag. We've only done one stag this year, and they've released 2 other ones, and we haven't seen them in our area yet.
24 B and C, is that where they're at?
I think it's 24 A and B we haven't done. I think we did 23 C at the start of the year.
So have they released 3 this year?
I think so.
Where are they? How
not
is it that
Kentucky?
That's interesting. All right.
I mean, technically, the Elijah Egg Sea Batch isn't in Kentucky yet. I got it from Indiana.
Yeah. I guess that's true. It's the perks of living in Indiana.
Many of perks. A couple football throws away from Kentucky. Got all the perks on the drawbacks.
Gosh. This is much harder this year than I feel like it has been.
Because I think they're all pretty close in the sense of you don't have a monster like last year's Sea Batch. And I feel like we had like a couple year run where we were just kind of like, they were all kind of like they weren't our favorites. Like they weren't bad, but like, I don't even know if I'd recommend buying some of them. These are all good.
Yeah.
All right, decide. Timer's up.
I think my 3 is this. I think this is 3 for me.
Okay.
I think.
Like I said, timer's up. He's still drinking.
Oh, I don't know that that's 3. Gosh, dog it.
This is gonna be the longest video in the world because you can't decide.
It is. I mean, truthfully, here's the deal with it. These are all, I think, really close.
Mm-hmm.
That's the crazy thing about it. This might be the closest one. This is definitely the closest one we've ever done.
I don't disagree.
Because there's similarities that kind of go through all of these, and when you're tasting them, they're hard to, like, this one's got very spice forward. Like, I can get that. That's it's spicier, but they all have spice to them in some way.
Sure, there's some oak spice to them. I agree.
And so with that, like, all of it just kind of, it's hard to distinguish for my weak palate that I was going to say this is last, but I don't know that it's last. Can I just make them all even?
No, you have to literally make a decision. Everybody on Whiskey 2 right now is waiting for you to make a decision.
All right. What's your decision?
I'm not going to say my decision because I want to influence yours. I already have mine up in my head. And you all should know me by now. I'm way too stubborn to change mine, so.
All right. I'm not happy about having to decide.
Well, that's the whole point of this, is to literally decide. Okay. So this one's your first one.
I think.
Then the third one's your second. And the middle one is your second or your third place. Wow. So we literally do not agree upon anything.
I don't know if that's really how I feel.
No, that's how we're locking it in. That's how I'm going. All right. So do you want to know your first place?
Sure.
Your first place, which is my last place, is batch A.
Yeah.
So, again, I say last place. It's still really good.
This is B. That's C.
Yeah, 1000%. Yeah. So, my first place is the C batch. My second place is B. Then A. His went A, C, B. That's fascinating that we disagreed so much on that. And I don't mean this like in a bad way, but
I don't feel confident about any
they were
of
a
them
bullshot
because they were all so close.
Yeah,
I mean, they are real. I mean, it is crazy how close. Listen, if you're at home, do this, and you will feel what I feel. It is hard to distinguish between all of these. No, I don't know anxiety. So I mean, I get to drink good bourbon, so like, there's no anxiety about it. But it's really difficult. As much as I like all of these, and as much as like I've raved about C. Like, they're all kind of really close. And I wouldn't have said that in years past because we've done this, what is this, year 4 we've done this?
Yeah, pretty much.
This is year 4 we've done this. And it's been so much easier to choose the best one.
Yeah. Well, I think in years past, there has been either a great one like last year's C, or like a couple years ago, there was a couple of them we just
that just tastes like an Elijah Craig barrel proof.
We didn't like.
It tastes good. Like, that tastes good. You're going to taste it and be like, yeah, I mean, I feel like I've had that single barrel from...
Yeah, it's actually really good. It's actually damn good.
Yeah. I feel like
it averages out to 11 year. I think. Almost 11
So, all in all, like, I don't think you're going to go wrong with any of these.
So
if you can find these in your area, I think you're not going to go wrong with any of them.
Yeah, so I do agree. I think the moral of the story is they're all really good. I don't think they're all so close. They're different, but yet the quality of it is so close. I don't think you're going to go wrong with either one.
And I think doing a blind does them disservice because I think it takes away some of the individual...
But that's part of the blind.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying is it does it a disservice because I think it does it takes away some of the complexity that is in each of them individually. Mm-hmm. Where this one felt tannic to me. Like, it didn't feel tannic to me in this blind because...
No, not at all.
But when we reviewed it, it felt that way. That's why I'm saying, like, and again, that is what it is when you do a blind. You're your taste just tells you what you
There
what you
is
want.
a super fresh green grape note in that, and I love it.
Yeah, this is really good. I say let's just do an infinity bottle and pour them all together.
That's what we should. We should send it to Jason for his whatever that competition he does.
Yeah, that would be
That's what
awesome.
we should do.
Yeah, let's do it. All right. I think we've told you to hit the like, subscribe, turn on notifications, but if we didn't, we just did. So thank you for all those people who support us. We are super appreciative. And until next time,
We'll see you.
We'll see you.